Hello everyone, 안녕하세요. I'm your MC today. My name is Percy Yearn. Welcome to Study in Busan 2023. I'm also a student in Busan right now. It's my pleasure to meet all of you here on YouTube. Thank you for joining us today. Actually, it's the third episode that we start a live show to provide insights about living in Busan. Study in Busan is the side event of the career education fair, which is organized by the Ministry of Education. The fair is regularly held twice a year, and 65 universities, 10 local governments are participating in this fair to promote their scholarship programs and also giving some information about Korean universities. So if you are interested in getting more information about the programs, so it is good to talk to us, or we're gonna provide the online consultation system available to assist you. Today, our live streaming events will take about 90 minutes. We've gathered a super group of international students who are fully immersed in their study and enjoy life in this amazing city. During our conversation, I'm gonna ask them some questions and they will share their first-hand perspective on what it means to study in Busan. While our panelists here are discussing, we encourage you to leave some questions. Why? Because we have Q&A session. Then after our conversation, we're gonna try our best to answer as many as we can. Before we start the conversation with our panels, let me ask you some questions. Have you ever heard about where is Busan and what is Busan doing for now? I know everyone is waiting for my explanation, but first, let's take some time to enjoy a videos that captures the beautiful views of Busan. We will be right back.
나와 너 그리고 우리의 소중함을 잃지 않기 위해
어제보다 한 걸음 더 나아갈 내일을 위해
우리의 목소리와 우리의 행동은 이미 시작되고 있습니다.
더 나은 미래를 향한 인류 공존 프로젝트.
A new future platform for all our wisdom and innovation.
We invite you all to World Expo 2030, Busan, Korea.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the videos. I guess many of you have already heard about Seoul, right? Because it's the capital. But Busan is the second largest city in South Korea after Seoul. And if you come here, you're gonna see there has so many beautiful oceans and mountains, and there are so many places worth visiting. What's even more exciting is that Busan is going to prepare host the EXPO in 2030 to show that Busan is a friendly eco, a smart city, inclusive city. Okay, let's move on to today's main topic. Our guests here can't wait to share their experience and their life in Busan to all of you. Let's welcome them with a big round of applause. So, okay, before we talking lots of things, we would like to know that which major and which school you are studying. Could you please introduce yourself? Maybe you first.
안녕하세요, 여러분. I'm Jasmine Chamachan from Iran. I'm 18 years old. I'm a scholarship student and I'm doing my bachelor degree, Nano Energy Engineering at Busan National University. Thank you for having me here. 잘 부탁드리겠습니다.
Nice to meet you, Jasmine. 안녕하세요, 여러분. Halo teman-teman semuanya. My name is Kivi Dimas from Indonesia. I'm a graduate student at Busan National University, like Jasmine, majoring to international trade. I'm doing for here because of BK21 Plus scholarship. Nice to meet you.
안녕하십니까. Assalamu alaikum and namaste. I'm Wakas from Pakistan. I'm a student of marketing at Busan National University. I've been in Busan for almost 2 years and so far so good. I'm looking to all of you being here too.
Nice to meet you, Wakas.
Welcome.
Hello everyone, so I'm Animesh and I'm from India. I came to Korea as a GKS scholar and currently I'm doing my language training at Busan University of Foreign Studies. And I'm really honored to be among the other panelists and our amazing MC today. So you guys are in for really fun content. Just look forward to it and just post your questions and we'll be happy to help you guys. Nice to meet everyone.
It's so nice to meet all you here. And actually, I'm a student here in Busan as well.
Wow.
And you might realize that many of us come from the same school, right?
Yeah,
I'm the odd one out.
Okay, I just want to say, we didn't mean to do it.
Yeah.
It's
It was
coincidence.
totally coincidental.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyways, I have a question for you. Have you ever considered settling down in Busan as a resident?
Yeah, for
Busan
sure.
is good for
Yeah,
sure.
it's really good.
We want to know, is there any tip?
Yes. Because here is a tip from us. If you are a foreigner living and working in Busan area, plus if you are not restricted from changing your resident status, then you might be eligible to live here by applying the regional specialized visa. So for more information, then I suggest you to visit Hi Korea, the official website of the Ministry of Justice. So I think getting a job here would be the best way to get a PR, right? Okay, now I'm gonna ask you some questions, but just short. The first one is, I think our audience, they are curious about why you choose Busan as the city to study abroad, but not other cities. Yes, maybe.
Let me go first. Okay. So for myself, I choose Busan because there is an Indonesian Trade Promotion Center in Busan. Because my major is international trade, so I would love to involve more about trade. And then Busan is my sister city of Surabaya. Surabaya is one city of my country. And the last one, as a Muslim student, Busan have a big mosque for us, so we can pray easily, something like that. So Busan is Muslim friendly, I think. So that's why I choose Busan.
Okay, what about others?
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, what about Kan?
Well, the slogan for Busan, Busan이라 춥다. In English, it means Busan is good. So I am a very careful person. So before making any decision, I try my best to look into all the details. And when it comes to Korea, a new country for me, before coming to Korea, I was living in Europe for a couple of years too. And I looked at Busan and I just instantly fell in love with it. And I was like, okay, Busan is the place to go to.
Yeah, it
is
has to be.
And then I found
Where I'll end up
We can
going.
feel that. We can feel that Kan is really in love with
he's
this
in love
city
with the
already.
city, yeah.
I am already a Busan Saram working on
Oh, yeah.
a model.
That's good. That's good. Come on.
Yeah, that was good.
So
What about you, Animesh?
So for me, because I got the scholarship, right? So it was all a gamble because the government was decided that, okay, you have to go for your language training to Busan. And back in my mind, I was like, okay, if I'm going to Korea, Busan, because I've heard a lot about Busan. So before coming to Busan, I did contact a lot of the people I know here. And then, each and every one of them, they only talked good things about Busan, just positive things.
Yeah.
And that is why I had really high expectations about the city. And it didn't disappoint at all. I was so happy when I reached here. It's already been 10 months, so I can account for the satisfaction that I got. So
I
it's
totally
been
agree
really
with
fun.
that.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
Yes.
So I think that gamble played really well. That I ended up coming to
For sure.
Busan. Yeah,
When you feel home, right?
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
is
yeah,
so
exactly.
nice here.
yeah. It's like
Yeah.
it's about to be 1 year now, and yeah, I can proudly say it's a really amazing city to live in.
I agree.
What about you, Jasmine?
For me, honestly, like every other partners, at first I wanted to go to Seoul, but as I'm also a GQ scholarship student, and I was searched through that like which university has my major, and I realized that for my for bachelor degree, nano energy engineering, it's only Busan National University that offers this major.
Oh.
So that's how I ended up coming here. But like I was really stressed. I mean, oh my god, I'm not going to capital. Like, I mean, it's gonna be so boring. But as soon as I landed here, like this city changed my mind.
Like we feel kind of lucky to have you here. Like they really want so.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Busan is metropolitan city, but that's not crowded like Seoul. So
Yeah,
that's why you
right.
can enjoy more in
Yeah.
Busan.
Yes,
And
love
it has
it.
a lot to
I'm
offer.
loving it. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, I just heard about like scholarships. You apply
Right,
some
right, right.
scholarship.
Yeah.
Coming here.
I think 3 of us here are GK scholars.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I think everybody knows about GKS, the most popular scholarship here in
Yes.
Korea.
It's a scholarship provided by Korean government, and that includes a lot of good and high-ranking universities in Korea that foreign students can apply and come and study here in Korea.
Yeah.
For free, for free.
Yeah, for free.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no pay for everything.
Yeah,
so
The whole.
yeah, everything.
Oh, okay. I just can't, learn my brain. Oh my god, because I didn't apply any scholarship before
Yeah,
coming
right.
here.
Yeah.
But I applied another one.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard about the topic scholarship?
Yeah. I know because
don't
you
know.
know, even like except if you don't consider GK as an option, there are so many universities in Busan and Korea in general, right?
Right.
So the universities even have their own scholarships, and even in Busan, most of the universities, for example, like Busan University of Foreign Studies,
Yes.
they give you a scholarship based on your topic score. They give you a scholarship based on your entrance score. So you
yes,
have like
when
a
you
lot of
actually basically when
academic
you apply
scholarship.
the school,
right.
you can show your topic,
Right.
Yeah.
the score. The topic means the Korean language proficiency.
Exactly.
Like they have 6 levels. The level 6, the highest level.
Right.
Then, as I know, many of them may be required for level 3.
Yeah.
Like level 3
Yeah,
above,
it's a
you can
minimum.
already get
Yeah.
scholarship. So for me, I already get a free for the first semester. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
always
That's
good.
so
Oh,
good.
wait a minute. There is another scholarship offered by Busan Global Study Foundation. So yeah, we have a lot of activities here, and they pay you for the activities, so your life becomes much fun and much.
Yeah.
So you're the one who got have been selected for this year?
Congratulations, you have more than one.
Last year. So it's good. It's okay to let us know this kind of information
Yeah.
because, like, for me, I have no idea about GKS,
Right.
and you
exactly.
have no idea about topic, right?
Yeah.
And another one we just mentioned about.
Right.
So actually, besides apart from these scholarship, they have many kind of things.
Yeah,
So
many.
I think they are so helpful. They
Exactly.
very support like international students to study here.
Yeah.
But so far, actually, within us, the shortest periods to stay here about 1 year already, right?
Yeah, it's
Be-
been
within
already
us?
1 year, yeah.
So what do you think about Busan? Like maybe who wanna be the first?
Okay, I'll go first. So, I mean, like I said, it wasn't a decision of mine to come here, right? So, when I landed here, like I said, I had a lot of expectations. Okay, I can expect this from the city, that's from the city. And it didn't disappoint in a way because life is pretty easy here. People are very welcoming. That is one big thing because when you leave your country and you come to a new culture and you come to a new country and you're alone, so you need to build a community. We are human beings, so we look for our community, right? We want to make good friends. We want to make a community. And I think the people, the way they welcomed you, the way they talked, like the way they talk to you, like no matter where you go, if you cannot speak Korean, they try to speak English for you, even if they don't know. And
That's
such
super
sweet
nice,
gestures,
actually.
right? So I think it's been like really fun. Even like you talk about public transportation, you talk about other public facilities. It's so good. It's very convenient.
It's easy to find
Yeah,
out.
it's really easy. So I think it's been really amazing here because every day is like you get to be somewhere new and to experience something new. And I think every one of us will relate with that.
Exactly.
Every day you're experiencing something new. So it's been
So
totally
that
fun.
means even you get lost, you just find
Oh, yeah,
something
right.
Yeah.
else beautiful
Yeah,
that
yeah.
attracts your attention.
Right,
But-
exactly.
and unlike him, I was the one who chose Busan.
Ah,
So I came here by choice.
Right.
And I would say that in my life, this has been one of the best decisions I've ever
Right.
made.
mm.
Everything here is perfect. You have these beautiful beaches, these mountains, and I'm a full-time runner, so
Yeah.
I run a lot. And they have these running tracks everywhere.
Everywhere you go.
Yeah, everywhere, and it's just so amazing. And other than that, the local government, including the Busan Global City Foundation, they help you with so many things here that you just feel home. And before coming here, people say, well, Koreans are very limited. They don't want to make foreigner friends. But my experience has been the exact opposite. I have more Korean friends than
Yeah.
And actually,
people from my
because
country, so-
even we are not really familiar with speaking Korean, but once you say, maybe we mentioned before, like 안녕하세요, you say that,
exactly.
you're like, oh, 너무 잘하시네요. They really
I mean,
use
just
it.
one word and they will flatter you with good compliments,
Exactly,
everything.
exactly.
You just say one word and you're like, I don't know, you know the language.
Suddenly, you
something
know,
like that.
I come up with a story. If you are interested to listen to me,
Mhm.
okay. I still remember one time I took a taxi. It was my examination day, and then I started to talk to the taxi driver, and in Korean, even I was not that good enough compared to now. But then he gave me a free ride.
Oh,
Oh my God, that's nice. That's so nice.
I should have started
So nice.
Yeah, and
Yes.
we all have funny stories too related to the Korean
Oh, I've
language,
had
right?
free food too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I've had free food.
Yeah,
So.
about the funny stories. So, for example, once I went to this mart and I said 안녕하세요, and the chewing was like, "Oh, 한국어 잘하시네요." And then when I
It's the same, always the same.
when I
It's
took
always the
when I
same.
took the stuff and when I was leaving, I was like, 안녕히 가세요. I made the biggest mistake ever.
People that don't care.
Yeah, you already did your best.
Appreciate your effort.
Yes.
So
Is there any cultural shock or like something you feel uncomfortable actually, or you're just satisfied with everything you are here?
For me, like as Anime said, Busan is a full package. Like people with different hobbies, everyone can have fun in the city. Like if you're into hiking and like doing exercise, like as you said, you can go, like there's a lot of mountains here, you can go and hiking. And if you're like want to experience the nightlife or like drink with your friends, you can go to Somyeon, or like just people with all kinds of activity that they like, they can find what they want in Busan.
Yeah.
So for me, it was just all good experience. And as you said, Busan people are so like, they're so kind. Like I mean, all Koreans are kind, but especially even Korean people themselves, they say like Busan people are so kind, especially because it's not as much foreigner here as much as Seoul. So like you're always so new to them.
Yes.
And like especially if you can speak Korean, it's like done. It's like
yeah, it's
perfect.
done. They're like,
Yeah. I'm
They
not sure.
develop
Have you
an
ever
absolute
heard
interest.
about something like this? They we said maybe when you see locals in Busan, they show that it looks like they're mad, but actually they're not.
They're not exactly. I mean, that goes with the language too, because the Sathuri, the accent of the Korean here, a lot of people say that it sounds rude, but it's just the accent. And actually, for them, they even try a lot to make it, make it as sweet as possible, as low as possible for foreigners.
Have you learned the Saturi yet?
No. But I'm trying to.
Teach him.
I can teach you, but it's a little expensive.
Then I'll pass for now. I'll
Here, are you trying to sell a class?
The offer is for everyone. So
Yeah.
just in case.
But I
Okay.
mean, the main part is they really put in a lot of effort,
Yeah.
and they're really open to you because they know that you are new here. So they're like, okay, we'll help you to, be in this community
They
well.
speak to you so slowly,
Yeah,
the way
really,
that
yeah,
you can
that's-
understand. Like sometimes it's even like too much slow that I'm like, okay, like fast it up.
What about you, Keith?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, like the most important things, like another side about what you say before is Busan is safe.
Oh.
True.
Yeah, what I feel better in Busan is safe, not only for men, women. Maybe Yasmin can edit for us
Actually,
as well.
just raised up a very good
So,
good point.
if you left your bag, for example, you forget your bag when you are studying in cafe, they will never touch your
No
bag.
one's gonna touch
You
it.
know,
No
they
one.
will never
No one.
like that.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
was
something like that.
Yeah.
But my Sangsengnim, my teacher, when I have a Korean class, teacher say, but don't do that in airport. In airport, yeah.
I was so stressed when I landed here.
Yeah.
So like I lost $100,
Yeah.
and someone was just running after me and said, "Oh, here's your
Oh yeah,
$100."
he's a yeah, exactly.
I was like, oh my god!
Me too. Actually, I had same similar experience because I lost my card on the road. I have no idea where I lost it, and then I turned out after I went back home, and then I just don't remember it. But then I found out it was under like in the same building. Someone just put it in the same place. So I was so appreciative about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they just don't take it.
They even don't move it.
Yeah.
They don't even move it. They just don't touch it. If
Yeah.
it's right,
They
on
don't
the street,
touch-
yeah,
don't
just
touch.
don't touch it.
I think the most amazing thing about Busan, every day here feels like you are on vacation.
Oh, exactly.
Oh,
That's
So,
true. That's true.
every single day you feel like you're on
I
vacation.
already feel it, and I'm so feeling.
So I mean, you can go to a new place every other day.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
even if you go to the same place, you get a different feeling. That's the
Totally beach.
Yeah.
Like you go there every
yeah,
day.
every day, and it's different.
You just want to be there the whole
Because
Yeah.
different friends, you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Different
So
friends.
it's like very different every other time you go to
Yeah.
place.
So
new
that's why
place or an old
Yasmin
place.
say Busan is full package, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
that's why they say Busan이라 좋다. Busan is
Oh,
good.
exactly.
That's it. Okay,
You
okay.
always bear it in mind.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, that tagline is just embedded in the mindset. It's gonna come out.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Actually, we have other kind of questions in the next session. So actually, we will continue our conversation just like what I said. Before we get started, let's take a short break and enjoy some videos with the lovely views of Busan. See you soon.
Welcome back.
에헤.
아찔한 길로 올라오는 시내버스너서 게이트를 타지비리 숨어서 털털한 핸들링이 제대로 저 건너편의 기사님에게 say hello 디오라마의 D&D 오버 더 로드 여기서 보는 풍경은 좀 가리아노 Everything is beautiful 마치게 푸는 이게 부산 아이가 모든 것이 wonderful 한국이라고 다 똑같다니 널 오감으로 느껴본 색다른 경험은 보기만 해도 시원한 파도 다 시원하게 날려버려 바로 That's why 부산 is Korean favorite 하모 에헤이 마 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 하모 Korean favorite 부산
자력이 부족합니다.
에헤이 마
저 타요?
하모
감사합니다.
오랜만이네.
피는 동백섬에 봄이와 거와 형제 떠난 부산항에 갈매기만 슬피 우네 오륙도 돌아가는 연락선마다 목매여 불러봐도 대답 없는 내 형제여 돌아와요 부산항에 그리운 내 형제여 부산항에 그리운 내 향해 그리운 내 형제여.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the videos. So actually we just mentioned a lot of things about Busan and the life and experience. But also I think our audience, they are interested to know about something special about Busan. Anything you want to introduce or place, the culture, the thing, anything. Okay, maybe Khan first.
Yeah, okay. So if I were to talk about something special in Busan, then there is the Visit Busan Pass, which you could get for 24 hours and 48 hours. And you could visit all the famous attractions here in Busan for absolutely for free. For example, you could go to the Lotte World Busan for free. You could go to Busan X Sky, which is the 100th floor. Yeah, you could take the cable car X on the beach. You could take the Hyundai cruise. You could go to Spalin and different museums.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
if you are visiting Busan and if you would like to visit all these famous places, it could get pretty expensive. But if you get that card, it's not that expensive, and you could visit anywhere, and you could use that card as a transportation card as well. So you get
So
everything
is
for
there
free.
any what you mentioned is the activities that we can join as foreigners, right? That's why we can get the free things all for everyone.
It's for all the foreigners.
All the foreigners.
If you're a foreigner,
Yes.
not a Korean, sorry. If you're a foreigner, you could get that card and you could just visit all the places.
Yes.
It's super fun.
Yeah, because the local governments, they try to support us more because
promote a lot.
they know that we are lonely, you know.
Yes.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So they
Yeah.
engage you in activities.
Yeah.
So
Is that include for the Busan tour bus also?
Yes, it also includes
Okay.
it includes almost all the famous spots here that you basically give money to enter. But with that card, it's absolutely for free. And as you said, that the BFIC or now the Busan Global City Foundation, they think they're lonely, so they have many different activities as well.
It's not because they're lonely.
They think, but we are not.
Yeah, right.
If you guys, if you, for example, don't know about that pass, you can ask Wakas or
Absolutely.
Busan Global Foundation, or you just go to Busan station. You will directly see the Busan bus tour.
that's true.
Yeah, actually, you can ask, because I asked you to leave your questions, right?
Yeah.
Anything you can ask, like the thing you're worrying, because it's so broad. Right?
Exactly.
What about Jasmine? Any special point you want to share?
Yeah, for me, before coming to Korea, I didn't know any Korean back then. So I was really stressed over this. I thought, I'm gonna get panicked. Maybe all of the documents and this stuff will be in Korean. But no, for other students who are like me, don't worry at all because they provide all of the documents both in English and Korean. So you don't have to worry about anything. But if you think that studying abroad would be lonely and this stuff, not at all. All of the universities, not only my university, I hear even from my other friends from other universities that there's a lot of programs for you match foreign students with Korean students. So you can learn the culture, the rules. They can help you to find a house or any help that you need in Korea, and also studying together.
Yeah,
exactly.
Actually, you said you joined some activities, right?
Yeah.
In the school, actually, I think for all university have so many clubs.
Right.
Because Busan is nearby.
Exactly.
What Busan have what?
Water.
Yeah, ocean.
A lot of water.
Ocean. And, in some schools they have the surfing club
Oh yeah.
because
we have two
some of
surfing
the
club,
country they don't have that kind of
Yeah,
activities.
right, exactly.
So it's good to try something new, and they might have the ski.
Yeah. skiing club.
During winter,
Yeah.
Especially in summer, it's so cool.
summer, beach.
And if you're interested in running, contact me.
I know. It sounds like he is so professional.
Yeah, but definitely he's gonna convert everyone to a runner.
Yeah,
so
you better be a runner.
Yeah, the important things that we can adding to what is the important things in Busan is, for example, as I mentioned before, as a student, Busan National University, next to our university is a mosque. It's a dusil called Al-Fatah Masjid or mosque. something like that. So if you miss Lebaran as a Muslim, we can do that one in near our university if you choose Busan National University in
Right.
Busan. Or in every university, they have an international day,
Yeah,
like-
Oh.
yeah, international day.
Have you joined it before?
Yes,
Like festival?
yeah, like
Oh,
festival.
yeah.
This year they will make for Busan National University.
Yeah,
The
right.
name is We Are One
Oh,
in
yes,
Busan
yes.
National University. So normally we dance, we
Yeah.
share foods. Even they give us some money to
Gifts.
prepare.
Yeah.
Not only give,
Oh.
but they give you some amount of money to prepare the food
Budget.
to any budget.
Oh, they
something like
support
that.
it, right?
Yeah, they
They
support
support
it.
that one.
Mm.
So I don't miss that much.
But
for
you
my
were
country.
mentioned about We Are One is just maybe belongs to the university, but actually,
Yeah.
have you do you enjoy watching Korea drama?
Yeah.
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 The festival.
The festival.
Maybe every March or April they will have the super big events
Oh.
in school. They invite like singers.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. That's
good.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, right?
Mm.
In
That
every
is-
schools, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can. Yes, it's for every student. It's
Yeah.
free to join.
Yeah.
That one is
But I
when
mean,
our
recently-
university
yeah. PNU had it.
like not holiday, like
And
anniversary.
we're there. And we're there.
Anniversary.
We're there too,
also.
yeah, we're there too.
I saw Hyuna for free.
Oh, yeah.
I went to her
They
concert.
have
I was right
those.
in front. So it was
Right.
it was good.
This year
They
is
invite
Zico.
Ronald and Komi.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm also a little interested. You talk about the Muslim things here in
Yeah.
Busan. Are there any halal restaurants that you could
Yeah,
recommend?
we
Yes,
have a
actually
lot of
many,
halal restaurants.
I can say maybe almost all university in Korea, they will like hold that kind of the activities so big, and they will even not just singer sessions. They will arrange food courts, and they
Yeah.
run by themselves.
I mean, the Busan city itself recently had the Busan Global Gathering,
Oh yes.
where that was like, yeah,
I was wearing like
Well, yeah.
I mean,
costume there.
I watched that. Yeah.
I went there looking for Indian food. I found golgappe. It's like Indian snack.
Yeah.
And I saw Koreans coming to the Indian booth and asking for golgappe. And that moment, I was like, what? You guys know golgappe? And everyone in Korea know golgappe. And I was so surprised. But, it was a really good opportunity.
Yeah.
Like especially because of Expo, there's a lot of festivals
Right.
going on in Busan,
Yeah.
and like one of them, my favorite one was Global Gathering.
Yeah, right.
which
It's so
is
fun.
such a good like opportunity for
And
people-
Jasmine was
Yeah.
dressed.
Yeah, exactly. It's such a good opportunity to exchange culture, tradition, and food. Most important.
Food most
yeah.
important.
Yeah.
It's just I participate in both 22 and
Yeah,
2023.
Oh, same.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It
I
was
only
really
joined
fun.
last
Yeah.
year.
I forget to
But it's so
answer
fun.
Waka's question about the halal
Yeah.
restaurant.
Yeah.
So actually in Sasang, there is a halal restaurant, not Indonesian restaurant only. There is an Indian,
Yeah, yeah,
Malaysian, in Gwanganli, in Somyeon, in
Yeah.
Haeundae, even next to Busan National University.
Oh
we
yes.
have-
And recently there was this Eid al-Adha, right?
Yes, Eid
How
al-Adha.
did you celebrate it as a Muslim here?
Yeah, actually, that's quite different between country, right? But in here, because of some regulation, we cannot see the slaughtering of
yeah.
animal. We just, pray and just meet and eat together, something like that. Yeah, this is how, as a Muslim, we do. We have a lot of community
Yeah, right.
in
Yeah,
here.
every
yeah.
country has their own.
Yeah, they
tradition.
have their community, which is also good because you are here and then you have your people too who
Oh,
build
yeah.
a really good community. So they support you for everything. So it's like a strengthening thing, a very good element that is there. Yeah, so that's one good
Yeah,
thing about
thanks
it.
to the Busan Global Gathering too. So
Yeah,
we can
right.
meet all of people from
Yeah.
other
Yeah,
countries.
Yeah.
it was so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
And that's why we meet lots of friends from
Right,
other
true.
countries.
And then you
Exactly.
try a lot of food.
Yeah.
I mean,
Food
food
is
is
the best part.
you go for food. You're like, okay, food. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
And there was a lucky draw thing. there.
Oh.
I did it too. I won a microwave oven there.
Wow.
And, yeah, and I was just sitting. I was like, okay, they'll call my number. They call me, and they did call my number, and I won a microwave oven. I was like, what? What did I win? What did I win? Okay, so that was like a good
Yes,
experience.
actually in Korea, I think they really like always use the lucky draw.
Yeah, they really love it.
And I don't even won once, like when I was young. But then I won once. I got a
In Busan?
airport, right? The second.
Oh,
second one,
second
yeah.
generation.
Wow.
I got the first prize. I was so surprised.
So
Yeah,
you
it's
are
so
so lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so happy with that. But actually, as they know, we are now studying in Busan as
Yeah.
students, so we all have examination period.
Right.
So,
Every
actually, I'm
time.
curious about like how do you spend your time to release your stress?
Okay, actually, this month or during this month or just couple weeks before is actually exam period, right?
Yeah.
So for me as a PhD life, is that not easy. So
Yeah, we cannot relate to that.
something like that. So to release my stress, I just go to park in Busan. So because that is the things that I feel like there are many trees. Because I'm not a running person. Maybe I will try with
Yeah,
my
you
guys.
better.
Yeah, so I just walking, I just walking, take the fresh air, and make me more surprised. There are many free exercise tools.
Yeah.
Right,
In
exactly.
Busan, there are so many that one.
There's, like,
Especially in
public
Korea,
gym
yes,
out
public
there.
gym
Yeah.
out there. In my country, not that famous before. Maybe now my friend just say, yeah, we have like that now. So this is how I release the stress,
Yeah, right.
except playing with friends.
Right.
Like that. Yeah.
What about you guys? What about Jasmine? How do you do? Like spare
My
time?
free time?
You feel so stressed.
Yeah.
For Jasmine,
need to-
it's I think Samyan.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, as I said, like it's so easy to met new people in Busan
Right.
and like make friendship. People are so kind here. So as I'm really outgoing person, I just hang out with my friends,
Yeah.
and there's always a place to go.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing.
I went once to Seoul, and like at the end of the day, I was like if we were in Busan right now, we could have gone to the beach, but now
Yeah.
we don't have beach here. It's like something is missing, so we always ended up
Yeah,
going to
right.
the beach. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay,
you find
you
the
get
missing
that.
part.
So where did you go? Like what?
Hyundai
My
or
favorite
Gwanghwaling?
beach,
Yeah.
Tadeppo.
Because
Oh,
it's
that's
so
all.
I love to watch
Me
sunrise
too,
at
me
Tadeppo,
too.
especially.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
also
yeah.
love the
sunset.
sunset.
Sunset,
It's
so
so
beautiful.
pretty.
Sunrise,
So pretty.
sunset,
Oh,
both.
so
Love it.
pretty.
Yeah, because many people just only know Hyundai or
Yeah,
Gwanghwaling.
yeah.
Mention
Like,
another one. Yeah.
There's this joke that like if you go to Gwanghwaling and Haeundae, you're just a tourist, but if you go to like other beaches, you're like, oh, Busan 사람.
Yeah,
Ah.
you're actually the person.
So
Have you
Yasmin
ever heard
already
about
Busan
Songdo
Sarah.
Beach?
No, we know
Oh, yeah,
some
yeah,
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 yeah.
Samyang, it's
Yeah,
like really pretty.
yes,
Yeah.
it's in the like the
Yeah,
cable
that's
car
true.
area.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share?
I mean, like you can go to beaches, like, but then again, in Korea in general, and then in Busan too, you have the cafe culture, right? So, like, what do? You can just go to a random pretty cafe, sit with your friends, just order a coffee, talk, and get rid of all the stress you have in your mind. And the cafes are so beautifully decorated. Every other cafe has its own aesthetic. That's the element.
They will
You know,
make you
you'll-
broke.
Yeah, they'll make you broke, but
Already
you'll
broke.
never get bored of it, basically, because it's always interesting and you get something new out of it. So I think that is also a very prominent culture here. And I think all of us are
After
Used
that,
to it now.
I will try to buy the pass. I want
Yeah.
to see the skyfall. This
Oh,
day,
yeah.
I think I want to have that experience.
Yeah,
Drink a
better.
coffee,
You should.
which the view,
Yeah,
something like that.
I was there yesterday too. Perfect. Perfect. And about stress, releasing
Yeah.
stress, etc.
Running.
I think
comes down to running.
as a student in a foreign country, there's a lot of pressure, and
Right.
even it takes a toll on you for sure.
Yeah.
If there are exams and there's like a lot
True.
of other barriers too. So to me personally, you should have something for yourself that you absolutely love, and then you could just do it whenever you want.
That
I
can
personally,
motivate
for
you.
example,
Going to Tadeppo.
yeah, for her it's a tadipo. For him, it's going to a cafe. For me personally, after I'm done with everything, my studying or my work, I just go for a nice run. And when you're running,
How long you run?
well,
Nice run.
it
Ten
depends.
kilometers.
How nice
It's
is
just
it?
nice run, so it's not defined.
Yeah, it's undefined. So it could be an easy 5 kilometer up to 30 kilometers, up to 40
Oh.
kilometers.
Easy 5
It's
kilometers.
easy.
For me, 2
kilometers.
kilometers is maximum.
And yeah. So last year when I came to Busan, of course, it's a new city. I loved it, but still I was getting used to the city. So I was just my goal was to run every day to a new place. So I would start from Busan-tae. I would go to Gwanghwaling sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes I would go to Haeundae. And I got
Sorry for
cannot
interrupt. Do you
imagine.
mean that you take a subway to arrive like Haeundae and run, or
I
you
don't
run
think so that
to
is what he
Haeundae?
meant.
No, you're
Because
right.
I believe maybe he you know, like because it's so far from
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
you can
but it's when you run and you look at the beauty of Busan, you forget about everything. And because of that, I got so used to it that I took part in the Busan Summer Beach Ultra Marathon. By the way, there are many marathons here that you can take part in.
Connected.
Yeah, and it's a beach marathon. So you go through all the beaches here, and it's just an easy 100-kilometer.
Yeah, and you get the medal.
Guys.
And it's just so fun. Don't run for just finishing it. Run for the fun of it.
Yeah.
And I was lucky. I got third there. So it was.
Wow. I remember one of my friends, just joined 2019. I think 2019, if I'm not mistaken. My friend, she met Choi Siwon in that marathon that time. So that time I think they promoting Busan also. So they met Choi Siwon as an ambassador. So she because love K-pop something like that. And then there's Choi Siwon, I want to enter the marathon something like that. So there is many fun because many people think like artists K-pop or something is only Seoul. No, right?
Exactly.
In Busan also.
I mean, it's about, because it depends. Like, if, for example, for one person, one thing is fun, for the second person, the second thing is fun. So when you are here, you end up finding what you like.
Yes.
Because if you don't find it,
Exactly.
if you don't find it, you won't end up, having the time of your life. So you end up finding it. So that's the thing, that's the element you should focus
I'm curious about when you study, where do you study? In the library or in the cafe or at home?
Yeah, we feel all right.
Actually, Busan National University Library is literally awesome. They recently added this 24-hour library too.
Yeah.
And there's it's full facilities. They have room for sleeping and taking a nap between your study.
If you're tired.
It's just
Actually, it's new. It's new.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So I just because when you study at home, there's a lot of distractions. So I always go to the library.
Actually, when you mentioned about the library, have you ever been to Sasang?
The Busan Library.
The Busan Library.
It's so beautiful.
It's really pretty.
It's a perfect library.
And it has a really good collection. You should. It's a really good.
And even you can enter the free online classes.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Yeah,
You can register for free classes.
register for free classes.
I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Oh, again, I lost it. Anyway, I have been to there twice. It's pretty far from my house, but I still go there because then you can know that it's so beautiful and it's so cozy. And the area is like a cafe combined with the library.
Right.
Yes, you should visit there.
Yeah,
You haven't been there, right?
No, not yet. Not yet. But you talked about where do we study. I think it's just a part of Korean culture that every cafe you go to, people just study there.
Exactly.
With their laptops.
Exactly. So sometimes when I first came to Korea and I went to a cafe, I was with my friend and I was like, should we talk here? Because everybody's just studying.
They're so focused.
Yeah, they're
like,
super
wow.
focused.
Because in Hong Kong, it's not allowed to study or just sitting there for chit chat for more than maybe 1.5 hours already. No, you have to go.
Because this is business.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah,
You
they're
see it
sitting for
everywhere.
too long. And then you just sit there. And for example, I come from a country where there is no such cafe studying culture that much. So when I go to a cafe, I'm more focused on drinking my coffee than studying or talking with my friends.
Exactly.
And then everyone around me is studying. And when we are talking, a lot of times we get excited. So our voice, the range, it goes up. And then for a minute, I'm like, oh no, everyone's studying. We should just calm down now. So it's it's naturally coming in, but yeah.
But have you also noticed, no matter how loud you are, the Koreans, their focus is
They're
just
completely
there.
focused.
Yes.
They don't look
I
They don't care.
Yeah, they don't
And
care.
even in the cafe, you will find that the facility is so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so good, so
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You can just sit there. With
It's not just the normal cafe, like the
Yeah.
beautiful views.
Right.
Not just that. They all have the study cafe
Right.
for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
but as a
Talking about cafes.
as a graduate student, actually we get more advantage than undergrad student. Why? For study place because
Just
they give
feeling
us
bad.
office. They give us office. They give us office for study, special for us. They give computer, printer, paper, something like that. So if you are engineering student, because I changed my major actually from bio industry to international trade. So during my engineering, we have our lab. We call it lab.
Oh.
So even you are not, so maybe you will have like
You will have to.
Yeah. So they will have us. If undergraduate, they will give you some money also.
Right.
Yeah, maybe.
Something like that.
Because we're also engineers.
Yeah. So for the social student, because that not much place for, because normally social student that are a lot. Yeah. So we have to apply each semester. So in PNU, so you can apply. We have like special desks for one semester, even 1 year, for us as a graduate
It's just
student.
for your major only, right?
No, for all.
For
Oh,
masters.
Yeah.
For masters and PhD only.
Yeah,
master.
master and PhD only. Yeah. So that's why I say that is more advantage for us as a as a graduate student.
It's a good point.
So we can
Actually,
focus there.
There is one thing that Korean they really love to do during the exam maybe or after exam.
Yeah.
노래방.
Oh.
노래방.
Or just norebang.
It's both okay. I'm just okay with norebang. So be it coin norebang or a normal norebang, I'm just okay. If you say, I'll come.
It's such a good way to
Oh,
release your
yeah,
stress.
really.
I love it.
I mean, they go in and they sing all the ballads, and they just shout their voices out, and it's really fun. Actually, it's really fun, especially if you are with your friends and everyone's singing. Some of them singing in a very good way, some of them just shouting, and the combination of both. That is the most fun part. So it's really fun.
Making your friend listen to you no
Oh,
matter how
yeah,
much
no
they
matter
hate
how,
it,
yeah,
they
no
have
matter
No
how
one
they
cares.
hate it,
Just okay.
Oh.
But Keith just mentioned one thing that's special. You mentioned two types of norebang, right?
Yeah,
Do you
coin
know that?
norebang,
Yeah.
the coin
Yeah,
norebang.
the coin norebangs
There's
and
one that you can drink and eat while singing.
Yeah,
That
right.
one is so cool.
so after I come here and I realized, oh, why Koreans they sing so well? Because you see the norebang is everywhere. The karaoke is everywhere.
I had a friend who had a nurebang at his home.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, the mic.
Yeah, everything. The
Yeah, a lot of people have
soundproof
it home,
room.
right? Exactly.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah, it is.
But they do really sing well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
can learn a
suddenly
lot.
I remember during the exam. Have you experienced like we waiting for the milk, banana uyu, and some pang or bread they give for us for before exam? Normally library give them 100. Yeah. 100 people waiting, and I say, what they waiting for? And I just keep,
Yeah, during exam
and then I get
food.
milk, and
Yeah.
so they support us during. But if you stay in dormitory, they will give you directly in front
Yeah,
of yours.
we got in the dormitory. We got tteokbokki and odeng, the fish cake. And once we got that, the second time they made chicken volcano, like something with chicken.
Bulta?
And,
Chicken
yeah,
volcano.
so they made it for us. They gave us. So during exam time, we are like excited. You get free food, good food.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
They support us before exam.
Emotionally for
Yeah.
the exam.
They're like, okay, we're preparing you to get butchered up. So just.
I should have stayed at the Kisukta for the food. I'm living outside, so I get no food.
Oh.
But we can wait
no
from the
worry.
library.
Yeah.
No worry, because the anime just mentioned about food, and then I suddenly have a idea that when you go to a restaurant, hansit, I mean like Korean
Oh,
food,
yes.
they give you a lot of free food already.
yeah,
you
that's
know?
true.
You're
Yes.
not satisfied with that?
Like especially if you're a foreigner, like every time that I speak Korean to them, they're like, 한국어 너무 잘하시네요.
Too much
맞아요.
food. Yeah, free food.
So they call it like service.
Yeah.
Service,
Exactly.
free service.
Exactly. So in my country, if you get the side dishes, you have to pay for it.
Right.
Here, when I first went to a restaurant and they give these 10 different side
Yeah,
dishes,
even if
I was
I
like,
don't want
I was like, do I have to
Even
pay for
egg,
it?
right? I think like, okay, normally I eat egg as a main dish, but this is side dish. Should I?
Exactly. Like, do you have to pay for it? And I realized it's free.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you can
it's
you
free.
refill.
Culture.
You can refill
Like you
again.
get more.
you can
If you
refill.
don't feel enough, then you can get more.
Yeah, right.
It's brilliant.
Yes, actually, our audience, maybe some of them are worried about, should I go to study in Busan or like Korea because I don't know how to speak the language.
Yeah,
Everyone they have their comfort zone,
right.
right? So before we come in here, we always just like them. We worry a lot. So do you have anything to say to give them some courage to let them know? What do you feel like?
Okay, let me go first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so based on my experience, guys, so I have a motto when I enter new place. So everyone is my teacher, and every place is my school. That is my motto. So, everyone, if you listen to us, we enjoy this, enjoy that, or whatever you hear from us. If you are not open, or you are not actively involved with anything that you met or like will you do in Busan, you will get nothing.
Right.
So that's why I say don't worry so much. Like we talked before, just be open, be active.
Right.
So you will get many things. Then if you don't like it, you just change to another things.
Right.
That's why we involve and actively.
Right.
If you just passively, you just end up studying, stress, and after that go back to your country.
Right.
Something like that.
Right. I mean, it's very important for people to understand the difference between adjustment and compromise. So when you come to a new country, a new culture, you try to embed yourself in that culture, right? You're building your community, you're trying to find things that can relate well with the idea you have in your mind. So the first important thing is to understand that you are moving to a new country, so you have to be more open and flexible.
Yeah.
And second thing is, you don't have to compromise for anything in your life. You just need to make adjustments. And adjustment is a very good thing because you are changing yourself to better fit in an area and an environment which is more fruitful for you. That's why you came to that country. So if most of the people who are, thinking about coming to Busan or Korea in general, if you just keep this basic thing in your mind, I think that would be really helpful when you come here, because with that start, you'll be more open to the people here and to the community
We
here.
learn from our experience.
Exactly, true.
Yes, when you meet a new one, then you learn something.
Right.
And other cultures, there's
True.
so many things to learn. Even for me now, like I don't mind to meet someone who are younger than me,
Right.
because even I'm older than you, it doesn't mean like
True.
I know more than you,
True.
right? I can always learn. What about you, Kan?
Well, if you are trying to come to Busan and you kind of feel stressed about it, what I would say is Busan government is doing a ton of things for the diversification of this city. The major thing is the Busan World Expo 2030. So there are
right.
different events,
True.
and they are organizing. They want foreigners to be more involved here. And there's another project by the city hall, which is the Yonggahagi Pyeonan Doshi, which is the English-friendly city. So all the signs here and everything, they are changing from
True.
Korean to English. Other than that, they have a ton of different festivals. And at the end, Busanira Chutta. Once you come here, you would absolutely love it.
Busan is
Yeah,
good.
I'm an expo friend.
Busan 사람이라서.
And I
He's
exactly
professional.
I love this city so much because it has given me so much during the past 1 year, and I would forever be grateful to this city. So
Right.
if you are like, just take this leap of faith. Trust me. Once you're here, I will be your guide. I will help you. So, yeah, there is nothing else.
I think
Just no worries.
Yeah, right. I think Jasmine is the most recent one who came
Yeah.
to Korea. So what went through your mind?
Actually, when I came here, I was 18 years old still.
Right.
It's been like 9 months since I came to Korea, and because I was really young and I was like, it was my first experience of living and studying abroad, so I was really stressed. But as I said, the environment is so good. And while I was like doing my search about studying abroad, a lot of people that had experience of studying abroad, they said like it's not only about the university ranking that is important. The weather is also important. The people are important. Like you have to consider just everything.
Everything, right?
And I realized that like Busan has one of the best weathers in Korea. Like it's more
That is
it's more
for sure.
clean, and it's because of the mountains, because
Right,
it's surrounded
true.
by mountains, so like it's kind of like filtered.
Yeah.
So like the weather is good. It's like in the winter it's not so cold like
Right,
the
true.
Yeah.
northern cities, and I just love it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's a really good balance here.
Actually, we talk about the language, right? Maybe some of them are worried about, can I learn the language well? But actually, the reason why I come here is because I want to learn better in Korean. And then it for me, I remember it took like 5 months, and then I speak, I think pretty well.
Yeah.
To communicate.
Level 6.
Yes,
So
yes.
yes, level 6 and
So maybe
12.
they will, maybe our audience they will be interested to know that how long it takes for you, and is it
I see.
difficult to
Right.
learn Korean? But I think learning any kind of language is good to go there,
Yeah,
and then you communicate with locals.
Yeah.
So for you, what do you think?
For me, like before, mostly students know some Korean before coming here. Like Animesh,
Yeah.
he told me that like he knew some Korean before. But for me, I didn't know anything. The only thing that I knew was like 안녕하세요 and just it. And so I started learning Korean since I came here, and like everything is so good. My Korean friends helped me a lot, like for slang, for
Right.
like
Everything, the
proverbs,
basic things.
idioms, especially because like there's a lot of idioms.
Right.
And like they teach me a lot, And like when I'm talking to them, like talking to natives, they always talk to me in a really slow voice and intonation, the way that I can understand.
Right.
Even though like sometimes it's so slow that I'm just like, oh my god, it's so just fast up. So yeah, like don't worry at all.
Yeah.
And for language, it won't be that much.
It takes how long for you to learn the language?
Just like her, when I came to Korea, I didn't even know Hangul.
Oh,
Me too.
That's how I started.
you don't
learning.
even how to read the
Nothing.
Hangul.
I started from the level 1, like O, E.
Oh.
It was so weird at that time.
The two of them.
So
So
it-
impressive.
Yeah, it's been 2 years, and I already have level 5 in topic. So
Almost
I,
level 6, the toppest one.
I
Yeah,
hope
right.
so. There's the future
Almost.
goals. And you have a lot of support here. Your school, there are different
Right.
programs where you could learn for free. The Busan Global City Foundation, you could take free classes there as
right,
well.
exactly, true.
And there are a ton of other schools for the multicultural families and the Vegugins, the foreigners, where you
Right.
could take free classes. And this language is just super fun. It's an adventure. You know, every day you learn something new, and you feel so proud of yourself.
Exactly.
Like, you feel like a baby learning a new word,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then you
that's
just
true.
wanna, you know, speak it
And
over
you can
and
use
over
it right
again.
away.
Yeah, exactly. You can use it right
exactly.
away. So
And the Koreans love it. So once they know that you can speak a bit of Korean, they become so friendly and
Yeah.
so,
yeah, because that's like people say that they have like a natural predisposition of being a little bit introverted
yes.
toward foreigners. But the reason it's simple because their language is Korean, right? And even if a lot of them they do know English and they know how to speak English, it's just similar to how we know Korean, but a lot of times your confidence is not that high for you to speak Korean. So it's the same for them too. But the moment they realize that you can speak in Korean,
Like,
they
they're
really
so
open up
chill.
well.
They're
Yeah,
so
they really
chill.
open up well. So
Exactly.
language learning, I think, if you can start back in your country before coming to Korea, that would be really good. Obviously, if you
Yeah,
have an opportunity, you can start. But even if you can't, and if you come here and start, being in a country, learning the language that that country speaks is one of the best way to learn any language in the world, I think. So that
Yeah, and you can practice what you just studied.
Everywhere.
Like, for example, like
Yeah.
I learned this grammar and vocabulary, and then I go out to like
You
get
just
a
use it.
meal, and yeah, I can.
you
just
use it exactly.
And,
So
and if you make a lot of mistakes, just don't worry. Nobody's
don't
gonna
worry,
kill
nobody's
you.
gonna
They
because,
love it.
They will be
Also-
amazed by your Korean as
Yeah.
soon as you say like.
Yeah.
I mean,
"Oh,
it's not your language, so they know that, okay, even if you make mistakes, it's completely okay because, you know, even like when you make Korean friends and when you tell them this, okay, oh, a lot of times I am very low in confidence, that way I cannot speak. And the only thing they say is that it's not your language and it's completely okay for you to make mistakes.
Of
Because
course.
even if you are making mistakes, it's not like I'm going to correct you right away, but it's completely okay. So,
Yeah, I remember also like the beginning. I have 2 times experience. One, I go to Ohaktang or
The language school,
language
right?
center or language school. So but like Yasmin, I study in Korea, not in my country in Indonesia. So as a graduate student, actually we don't have time to study that one. But during Banghak or holiday, so normally university or the Ono Goyokwan, the institute language, give us a free class. If you want to, for example, I want to practice for my topic,
right.
they will give you a chance 2 months that want to prepare for your next exam.
That's good.
So for me, at beginning for level 2, topic level 2, it's about 3 months. You know, I can speak literally with all of my friends because in the class they will never teach us in English.
No worry.
Always
Actually, 3
you know?
months is already take
Yeah.
them. Like if you learn it in your
Yeah,
country, it's take maybe a year.
Yeah. Because start from morning to one, right? Before I talk with the animesh say until 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. But if I met Ajushi or Ajuma, I still don't get it. You know? So, okay, I have to study more, something like that.
Yeah, and other than Korean, love is a universal language everybody understands. So speak language of love.
Right.
Yes. Actually, our conversation was so interesting. I think our audience, they gain a lot from us.
Yeah.
So maybe I think they already have a lot of questions and wait for our help.
Yeah.
So
Let's
let's see what kind of thing we can help. Wow, thank you for joining us. So many comments. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Okay, you guys also can have the screen. Look at screen.
How to apply for the scholarship?
Yeah, scholarship. Yeah, we're gonna answer some question about the scholarship. Want to choose?
Can I answer that question?
Sure.
Okay, they said, okay, someone asked, please guys out how to apply on scholarship in Korea. How?
Okay.
First of all, you have to check out the NID website. They have all of the scholarship that Korea offer, and like even like art scholarship, the like government scholarship, and like scholarship that are like half supported by government and half supported by universities. You can all found them there. And or you can just specifically go to the scholarship part of the university that you want to apply. They have all of the universities, they have a part called the scholarship. You can go there and check out. There's like full funded scholarship, or just like those are like discount on your like the money that you pay for a university. You can find them all there.
Yeah, and other than that, the Busan City Scholarship, the Busan Global City Foundation Scholarship. So if you have topic level 5 or above, and you're among the top students of your university, then you could get a recommendation letter from your professor, and you could prepare all the documents that are necessary, and then you have a screening process that followed by an interview. So once you pass the interview, they choose 16 foreigners from all over the world. And it's a brilliant scholarship. You could make a lot of Korean friends. There are different 봉사활동, which is volunteer work. And you could get enough money to survive here in Busan. So survive, not survive, but to thrive.
To thrive. That's good.
So I read some scholarship there. They're asking for PhD. So as I mentioned before, I'm a graduate student in a PhD level. Actually, there are many scholarship for that one. For myself, I got scholarship from PNU alumni. So that's only 2 people that time. So the one of that one, you should as a graduate as a PNU student. So if you graduate from PNU and then you want to get the PhD scholarship, you get that one. Or BK21 like what I have before. So BK21 plus is for STEM major. If you are STEM major right now, there are many opportunities for you. The apply is just like what Jasmine said. So the important thing is to apply that I remember is like you have to find the major. Maybe Jasmine did one before. You choose nano, right?
My goal was exactly studying nano energy engineering. So I searched and I realized that Busan National is the only university that offers this major. So I did a little bit more research, and I realized that there is a scholarship called University Industrial Cooperation, and I applied for that, and that's how I ended up.
I mean, because you have university scholarships for PhD, you can go for professor funding. But if you want to go for national scholarships, you also have the POSCO scholarship, which is also available for masters and PhD students. And then you also have KOICA scholarship, which is for working professionals in the energy studies and everything. So you can visit a lot of respective websites. Even when you, like, for example, you came to Korea and you start studying, you have the Samsung scholarship that you can only apply when you are in Korea. And there are like 2, 3 more organizations that they give you scholarship. But there are a lot of opportunities if you want to search, and there are like many names that we took, so you can search well, I think. It'll be really helpful.
So that's why I say you should choose, the first thing is the major. Sometimes the scholarship choose based on your major, right?
Exactly.
Or based on your occupation, or your job, something like that. So that's why you have to know your major and your job, something like that, to the filter, to make you more get, I think, like higher chance to get the scholarship.
You need to manage the flow. You need to manage the filter to find out which scholarship is the best opportunity for you to apply. Because obviously, if you're going to give it a best shot, you have to prepare well. So
okay. Instead of the prepare, sorry, Prashi, because for documents, we don't talk about documents here, guys. I think because we will give you how we choose that scholarship, because document is all the same,
Exactly.
Yes,
it's the same, and it's too much.
The strategy is more important than the documents. For me, my strategy is first there's major, job, and what they're looking for. If you can guess based on their mission and the eligible things on the documents. That the things that and the last one is the evaluation. Normally I look that one. So if my profile right now is really closer to that one, I will apply. Because if not closer enough at the minimum or not above the minimum, I will never apply, because there's someone that more than me. That is how my strategy. How about you guys?
I would like to add something to it. So GCAS, for example, that 3 of us are in GCAS, It's one of the most competitive scholarship in Korea.
True.
But you said if your profile is not close enough, you do not really try. My profile was not close enough. In fact, I got to know about GKS like a week before the deadline that there is something like GKS, but I took the leap of faith. I was like, okay, let's just apply for it.
I mean, you need to have the faith in yourself.
Who cares? Let's just try my best, and here I am. So if I had like held back, my advice: look, if there is any scholarship, any opportunity, just go for it.
Just shoot your
Go
shot.
for it.
Just take a shot.
Yeah, you don't lose anything. You get more experience by it. So if there's any opportunity, just fighting.
Yes. And actually, they also ask like, if I don't apply any scholarship, how much it cost without scholarship?
Like with your own
But
money?
actually, it depends, right? I can
It
say.
depends. It depends on because you, like again in Korea too, you have the national universities, the government-funded ones, and you have the private sector universities. So naturally, the private ones are more expensive. Like for example, just now if I compare, I am at BUFS, they are at PNU. So PNU tuition fees is much less as compared to BUFS tuition fees. Yeah, because it's a government university, it's government-funded one. So it depends, but like for every university, you can check the website to find the exact amount like that you'll have to pay because living expenses and other expenses also depend. So yeah, so it depends. Like you have to check out their website to find out. But on an average basis, like if you generally talk about an average semester tuition fees might range from anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 to $7,000, depending on the major.
And
you're an
actually, it's cheaper
undergraduate.
than studying Seoul.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So it can like fluctuate between that range, but the best way is to to go to the university website. And if you just visit the Study in Korea website, that's the best way because on Study in Korea website, if you just filter Busan and the universities, they have the tuition fee, dormitory fee, everything mentioned for every university. So you can get every information in just one place.
Exactly. All of the information.
Right. It's just,
University
so it's really good. It's a good way.
And if someone else asked, when can we apply for the scholarship? I think you would know the answer.
Yeah. So as far as like if I talk about GK scholarship, so they have like for undergraduates, the applications open in September every year. So September for the next year. So for example, this year in September 2023, the application will open for 2024.
What about for master?
And for masters, like for graduates and PhD students, it's February every year. So you have to like prepare your documents and everything and send it in February, and then you get selected by June, and then you come here by September.
Oh my God, Animesh, he knows a lot.
Because
are you working in the department?
Now I remember suddenly, if for example, if you guys saving money for studying abroad, there is someone who pursue their dream study abroad with their own budget. So in Korea there is another GKS for self-funded.
Self-funded
students, but that is only for undergraduate students. So for graduate, don't apply for that one. This is for undergraduate student. So if you are right now already in Busan, studying Busan, you can apply for that one. They will give you each semester. So you can apply each semester like you are the GKS.
Yeah, because in GKS itself, you have like the scholarship that we three are on, then the scholarship you talked about, it's full, like self-funded one. You have scholarship for exchange programs. GKS itself has around 5-6 programs. So and the best way is to study, like visit the Study in Korea website. They have like all information very beautifully explained.
Exactly.
So it will be really helpful, I think.
Exactly, and a lot of students, they try to contact professors directly for different scholarships. And I've seen a lot of students, the way they write their emails and so poor informed that the professor, they just skip those emails. So please, when you're applying through an email and contact a professor, try to look at his portfolio. Try to see whether it matches your portfolio.
What are your professors like interests?
Exactly.
What field he has been doing
What's the lab working for?
Exactly. And then don't just use ChatGPT for writing an email.
Oh, please don't do that.
Be very, very careful. Be very respectful.
It has to be your personal
Exactly. There are so many resources to check out other scholarship things. It's better to email a professor.
And write a nice CV. Make a pretty nice CV. Write your experience. Write a respectful email, and then send it to the professor. It could have a huge impact.
Actually, they also ask. Add something.
I think I want to add something. Normally, people when apply scholarship, they always asking like, how if my GPA is lower than the eligible things, required
Right.
things,
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah, true.
how if I don't
That's a
have
very common problem.
IELTS or topic something like that is normal. So that's why I say you have to strategically. If you
Yeah,
don't
right.
have a IELTS and topic, you still can apply for GKS.
Yeah.
But you will lose the opportunity if you have that
Right.
extra point,
Obviously,
right?
it's like
Yeah.
you have more chance to get it if
Yeah.
you have like a good GPA,
right.
IELTS score, topic score.
I mean, when you talk about a holistic approach for an application, for example, if you're not very confident about your grades, you have to make other thing more important
Yeah.
and more
Yeah, to
powerful.
cover it, right?
Right.
And
So
also
it's just
have
how
to
you
like
play
a
it.
good academic
Right.
resume.
You have
It's so
to
important.
you have to somehow balance your application so that
But
it's
I'm,
like really good.
actually I'm curious about you guys have so many information and apply the scholarship by yourself. Actually, where did you get it? Because our audience maybe they will have so many like questions about related to the scholarship, and if they check it out, what they can do? Like how do you get it?
For
information?
me, yeah, I knew what I want to study, nano engineering. So I started to search like which countries are good at nanotech. And then I realized like Korea is among like 4 top countries that are like really enhanced in nanotechnology. So then it was really important for me to get a scholarship for my studying abroad. So I started to search like about the scholarships. And then like I started to search, okay, now which universities offered my major. And like it's just the
narrow
circle
it
of
down.
search got
Yeah.
like smaller and smaller, and that's
Yeah.
how
Yes, and also they are curious about, is it Busan expensive to live as a student? What do you think?
I think it's no. I think
No, it's
I
not
mean,
expensive.
Yeah.
It's not so cheap though. It's like
It's
it's
affordable,
less
right?
expensive
Yeah.
than Seoul, but a little bit more expensive
I mean,
than other
it's a
cities.
developed country.
Yeah.
And you know, after COVID, every country has gone through inflation, and
Yeah.
it's currently also happening in a lot of places. But then when you talk about whether the city is expensive to live in or not, it's a very, like, it's a comparison-based question.
Yeah.
To which country you're particularly comparing with? If you're comparing it with a country like where the currency value
It's
is a bit
higher.
lower than
Yeah,
Korea,
yeah.
then obviously it's going to be more expensive.
Yes.
But if it's high, like for example, people come from America, people come from the Europe region. So for them, it's much more easy because their currency holds more power. But then a lot of people who come from Southeast Asian countries and other countries, for them, it might be expensive.
It's just a comparison.
Yeah, it's a very
with your
comparison.
salary.
Exactly.
Like, it's the salary
How
with
much you get. And then at the end of the day, whatever money you get through scholarship or whatever money you get from your family or whatever, it depends how well you can manage it.
It depends on lifestyle.
Yeah, it
so,
depends
like,
on your
no one
lifestyle.
can tell you how much
Right.
it will cost you to study here.
But comparatively, I think still, if you compare with Seoul, Busan is cheaper.
Yeah, it's
Oh, lot
affordable.
cheaper.
I say
Lot
it's,
cheaper than
A
Seoul.
lot cheaper than
You
Seoul.
know,
So-
I compared it because of Omuk, Odeng.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, 1,000 in here, I can
Exactly.
get 3
Right.
or 4.
So
You
it's
know,
like it's-
so I only
Oh,
get
the
2
rent.
like that.
if I were to compare Busan with Seoul, I would say the rent difference is
Oh,
quite
yeah.
high.
It's
So
The
it's
housing.
overpopulated. It's so
Yeah.
hard to find
Yeah, it's
house
so
there.
hard to find housing and
Yeah.
it's so expensive. The deposit itself is a
Yeah,
headache.
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So
So
Busan.
that's why it depends on, that is how you have to calculate
Right.
also. For example, we have exactly this, scholarship somehow is look like our salary each month. Right? So that's why if we choose closer to school, our rent is going up. You know,
Right.
if we're going out of the school, our time to school is, you have to manage. But
Right.
in simply, I can say I still can save money from my scholarship
True.
like that.
Yeah,
Yes,
true.
actually, they are most of them. They are curious about the scholarship.
Yeah.
Actually, we cover a lot.
Yeah.
For
We
the
did.
rest of the part is maybe too professional. I
Right.
think.
Yeah, right.
But maybe we can sum up like, if you apply for GKS scholarship, you don't need topic, and you don't
No.
need any other like
You need
language.
to provide one language proficiency.
Mhm.
And I hear that the rule changed and you have to have like one of them for sure.
I mean, it
From the
depends
next
on
year.
the subject you are choosing
Yeah.
for. But from next year application, that is 2024, if you present topic level 3 or above, or if you have IELTS or TOEFL or any English certificate, they give you extra points in evaluation.
Yeah.
So that's the
Yeah,
new
because
rule.
like it's really competitive. Even though you are like able to apply, your chance is not that much.
Yeah,
so
it's
just
getting really
you have to have
competitive.
a strong resume, both academic way and in
Right.
Yeah, the GCAS, it has been the biggest gift that I've ever received, but it was also the most stressful period of my life.
really?
Because I applied through the embassy track,
Oh God, that's
and there
amazing.
were just so many steps and so many
Yeah,
candidates.
too much. It's too
So
much.
you have to be patient
Wow.
and have a courage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I can say, if you really want to look at scholarship, first you go to your embassy, means Korean embassy in your country. Normally they have information about that.
Yeah.
Second is in study in Korea, and the last one, of course, in your love university.
Exactly.
You know, only normally I look that one. Of course, based on Google or Yahoo or
Right.
it depends on search engine that you use.
Right.
Search well.
Just that
Just
one.
search well.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
but
Let's do
whatever-
your research.
Whatever you're doing in Korean, they say 포기하지 마세요.
네.
Just do that.
계속 파이팅 하세요.
네.
열심히 합시다.
열심히.
Just do your best.
Yeah,
할 수
just do your
있어요.
research.
Yes. Okay, so now actually we almost covered all the questions. And thank you for watching today. Time always flies. It is sad to say that we've come to the end of our talk show, Study in Busan 2023. And we've explored a lot and gained a lot from our guests today. Actually, there are 24 universities and colleges in Busan. That is the largest number outside Seoul and Gyeonggi province. I definitely can tell you that Busan is so nice and it has the nice infrastructure for international students. So if you want to know more before visit Busan, I suggest you to visit the websites of the Study in Korea Education Fair in Busan. Click on each university below the websites and you will see the purple colors Q&A button to get more detailed information. The counselors from this university, they will be very happy to answer all your questions. So feel free to contact them by email. Now, I think it's time to wrap up our live streaming sessions. It was so nice to have you all
thank
here.
you.
And thank you for watching. Hana T said,
See you.